Okay, hey guys, it's SuperJeenius, and I feel like I'm totally ripping this idea off of Jealous Guy, but I wanted to do a little vlog about PAX East. I'm not really the vlogging type, but, like, I don't know, there's so much that I just want to say and, like, have chronicled, because there's so much video footage of it, but there's so much stuff that isn't video footaged either, so, like, I just want to talk about it for a bit, and I have an hour-and-a-half drive ahead of me to get home, and nothing better to do, so thought we'd give this a shot and see what happens. If I don't upload it, then no harm, no foul, right? But, yeah, I was in Boston for an entire week. I actually flew in back on Tuesday, the same day Cheddar Conroy and Proton John flew in, but I didn't really do much the first couple days. I was gonna go out, and I was gonna have, like, good Italian food, and I was gonna see the city and all that kind of stuff. And I saw the city a little bit, like, I walked around for a couple hours, but it was cold. Like, it's cold where I live, like, really cold, but it was cold and windy, and it made walking around kind of difficult. And PAX East, the convention center where the PAX East was held, is in the middle of nowhere, and I was staying at the Westin Boston waterfront, which is actually attached to the convention center. So there was nothing around to eat, like nothing. And yeah, any taxi to get to anywhere that would have had good food, because I had a coworker who used to live in Boston, well, at my old job, who gave me a list of good restaurants to eat at. So I was gonna do that, but then, like, yeah, it was just too far away. So for the first couple of days I didn't do much, which was unfortunate, but I got away. I spent some time in Boston. I had a nice hotel room, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just kind of showing you the scenery, like what I'm driving past. You can see my hand there in the steering wheel and my my beige pants. So that was the first couple days. Then Friday rolls around. The line inside the convention center, because, like, there was an entire hangar filled with just rails that made like an S kind of zigzag line. The line in there started at 8, like that's when they actually let people in, but people were lining up outside earlier than that. But I actually overslept that night, and I didn't wake up until noon. So Lucashin actually started following me on Twitter a couple days before. I mean, lucky me, like, who the hell am I? I'm some dickwad who doesn't do anything, right? Or, well, who's not LP famous like the rest of them are. So I Twitter her, asking her, like, where they are, because I thought we were gonna, like, do lunch or something, and then I was gonna have, like, the weekend to do whatever. Because I just wanted to meet Lucashin and Nintendo 3 Sun and a loyal gamer and Josh Jepson and all that kind of stuff. I thought we were just gonna, like, go out and have lunch or something, or I thought it was actually just to have lunch with NCS originally, because he said we could hang out for a little bit. So I asked them where they are. They're like, we're in the food court. I'm like, okay, sweet. So I go to the food court. Turns out there's 2 food courts at PAX East. There's one on the, like, the ground level, because outside, like, so the outside level, like street level, is technically level 1 in the BCEC, the Boston Convention and Expo Center, or Event Center, I guess. So, that's level 1, and then the expo floor, like where all the booths are, and the tabletop gaming room, and all that kind of stuff, that's called floor 0. Well, there's actually a huge food court on floor 0 that I did not know about. So I'm going up on floor 1, looking around this food court, being like, okay, where are they? I know NCS is wearing a Mario hat, and okay, where are they? So then NCS texts me and is like, we're on level 0. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go down, I ask some, like, guard where the food court on level 0 is, and it takes me, like, probably half an hour, not 20 minutes, from Lucashin's tweet to actually find them. So luckily they were still at the food court, but so I actually met them. They were just finishing up eating, so I got to say hi to NCS and Lucashin and Takari Freak was also there, actually. She's doing actually, I think she just finished a Let's Play of Lego Star Wars, which is actually really good. If you haven't played Lego Star Wars, highly recommend it. Or you could totally check her out, too. She's interesting, to say the least. They're all interesting, to say the least. Oh, random side note. This hill that I'm going down a hill right now. This was 30 miles an hour for the longest time, and at the top of the hill, like that flat part that I was on, was 40. So people would always go 40 down this hill because it didn't make any sense why the speed limit was 30. So I'm just driving from my parents' house back up north to my house. And so I drive down to fly out to Boston. Don't mind my phone, it's probably Twitter or something. And I look over at this sign that is backwards to you here, but it's that sign right there. It's all new. And it says speed limit 40. I'm like, no shit. They actually finally changed the speed limit on this hill to 40 because people were always doing 40 on it. So, random anecdote aside, I thought that was really cool when I found out about it. So, back to the story. So, Luca Jin is actually in the bathroom when I arrive. So, we wait like probably 15 minutes for her, and she never shows up. So, it turns out her and Takari Freak went to the expo hall and saw the line to play the 3DS was really, really small. So they got in line for that and didn't tell us. So NCS, Josh Jepson, ALG, me, and some other random fan, I think it was Nick, if I remember correctly, forgive me if I'm wrong. We're all just sitting around this table being like, okay, where are they? And NCS is texting Luca Jin, and I'm tweeting her, and there's no response. So that was interesting. So we actually all set off to find her. Actually, here, let me switch angles for you. The road is interesting, but hi guys, SuperJeenius here. So yeah, I just thought the road was more interesting than my face. You know, I mean, you can stare at me all you want. I know I'm super dashing. Oh, that was terrible. But so we all set off to find her because we finally did a response back saying she's like at the 3DS place. So we go find her there. Turns out Chugga Conroy is also there. He was playing Ocarina when we walked up. I played Ocarina of Time as well. Oh my god, it's amazing. The 3DS in and of itself is amazing. Like, people are saying like, oh, I'm not gonna get one. Oh, I want to see one. The moment you see one, you're gonna get one. Like, it's... So the first time I played it, I started with the 3D off, and then I moved the 3D depth slider to, like, all the way up, slowly. And seriously, it was like the top screen was turning into a portal. Like, no shit, like, it looked like a portal. Well, not like Now You're Thinking with portals, but you catch my drift. And I was, like, staring through it into, like, heaven. Like, I was staring through the top screen of the 3DS into, like, a different world. Because you can legitimately tell, like, where shit is in the world. Like, when I was playing Ocarina, I actually got to do the Goma fight. And, I could tell exactly how far away Goma was, and exactly what angle I was coming in. It's not supposed to go at an angle. Exactly, like, what angle I was coming in at. And everything. It was like... Yeah, it was kind of like it was unfolding in front of me, in a way. It's hard to describe. You'll have to play it yourself. But so I got to meet Chugga Conroy briefly there, which was cool. And then Luca Jin and Takari Freak, ALG, Josh Jepson, NCS, myself, and Nick, sorry, not Nate, I don't know why I said Nate, went off and just kind of walked around. Nick ends up bailing and ends up going and doing something, and there is a cop. I don't want to get pulled over, so I'm just going to keep talking. And oh, he actually already has someone pulled over. Oops. So, basically, long story short, I ended up spending all of Friday with NCS and the gang, which was fantastic. Like, that was so cool. So, Saturday bops around, and Luca Jin's like, hey, do you know where everybody is? We caught the late shuttle. I'm like, no. If you find them, let me know. So I ended up running into Josh Jepson, and we ended up running into ALG, and then ALG is like, oh, I just found everybody on my way to see them. So Saturday, I spent all day with NCS, Lucagen, Takari Freak, ALG, spent a bit more time with Cheddar Conroy, and briefly met Proton John at lunch. So, Saturday, let's see, Galaga, there was a Galaga tournament, that was actually Friday, that NCS participated in. He's so good at Galaga, but his opponent actually used the let your ship get captured strategy in the very first level, and then he used that in all the bonus stages and ended up perfecting 2 of them and beat NCS. But NCS is really good, so a lot better than I am. But that was cool. And yeah, I don't know. Starting to run out of things to say. Like I'm trying to like chronologically go through this instead of like jumping around. So let's see. Saturday, meet Cheddar Conroy more. Meet Proton John, which was cool. I like Proton John. And both his Let's Plays and as a person. Like, he's a badass person, badass motherfucker. So, let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened on Saturday. I don't know. If I think of something, I'll come back to it. So Sunday, meet up with NCS, Lucagen, all the same people again. Oh, something I should mention actually. Aaron in Style. If you're out there watching this, you're awesome. Like, I don't know how you have like homing sensors to NCS, but Aaron in Style, we met him at lunch on Friday, and Twitter probably. We met him at lunch on Friday, and I'll let you see what's going on out there again instead of staring at me. And then we hang out with him for a couple hours that day, and then we go our separate ways. And no, like, we're not telling him where we are. We're not like tweeting him like, dude, where are you? Come, we're over here. Saturday rolls around. I catch up with the group. Turns out Aaron and Style already found them. So we spent another day together essentially. We actually all went to 7-Eleven on Saturday as well, and because the convention center didn't sell Coke, they only sold Pepsi products, and for one bottle of Pepsi it was $3. So I'm like, fuck that. So we went to 7-Eleven, I took my laptop bag, and we bought a dozen bottles of Coke that I put all into my laptop bag. That shit was heavy. Let me just say that right now, that shit was heavy. Bought a dozen bottles of Coke for like $1.79 each. A lot better than $3, let me tell you. And it's actually Coke, not Pepsi, heathen Pepsi. And we all did a whole bunch of candy and snacks and shit. And that was a nice little jaunt. ALG and Lucagen lit up their cigars they brought for the occasion of PAX East. Those things smell fantastic. Kind of makes me want a cigar, actually. Cops sit around this corner, so I'm just gonna bring this down here just in case. I don't want them to think like I'm on the phone or something. Just being on the phone while in your car is illegal here. So, yeah. But that was something else that happened on Saturday, and Aaron and Style came on that as well. Sunday rolls around, and we actually meet up with Aaron and Style for like half that day. He actually had to fly out early, so he left the convention center pretty early that day. But yeah, if you're out there, dude, you're awesome. So cool. So yeah, that was Saturday and Friday stuff. Back to Sunday now. So, Sunday, meet up with everybody again. Cheddar Conroy is actually, we meet up with him, spend some time with him, and then we'd been trying to go out to dinner all weekend. Like, we wanted to go out for sushi originally. That was the plan before PAX East even came around. Like, beforehand, we were planning to all go out to sushi, and that's where I thought I was gonna, like, meet everybody and then we'd go our separate ways. So that didn't happen on Friday. It was just too cold. And everybody, everybody who came in that day or the day before was really tired from traveling. So that didn't happen Friday. Saturday, we talked about it, we're going to, and then we don't. Like, we end up staying at the convention center late, playing games, and just having a good time. So Sunday rolls around and the convention center closes at 6. Everything. Normally the expo hall closes at 6, like where all the booths are. And then the actual like PAX and everything, the free play rooms, the tournaments and everything is open until 2 in the morning. So that's plenty of time. 2 in the morning, yeah, that's plenty of time to do a whole bunch of stuff. So we end up going out to dinner on Sunday. We leave the expo hall at like 5 because there's really not much to do at that point. And find out where we go to lunch or dinner, brunch, no, dunch or dinner. You're gonna have to watch the next video because I'm at 15 minutes, so I'm gonna cut this off here. So, yep. It's a cool story though, like don't get me wrong. There's having dinner with the legends. Let me just say that. Okay.